Good morning. How are you guys? It's Gina Brogan with Second Act Life Coaching, and I have a little bit of a life experience to share because I want to share how my self-care practice, especially my meditation, my taking good care of my sleep, and me knowing who I am, owning my power, knowing I am okay, helps me when I am presented with extremely challenging behaviors and situations from my close relationships. Sorry, going to try and adjust the light here and the angle. Sorry, I've got a really awesome tripod that I love. However, I don't know how to make things move around easily enough yet. So anyway, my point is, yesterday I was invited to an escalating situation, if you will, with somebody close to me who I raise, and I had to really pull all of my resources together to not go down that road that I used to go down so frequently. Hey Cynthia, how are you? Thanks for checking in and saying hi. So yeah, my son, who sees the world a little bit differently than I do, and can be extremely challenging, to say the least, at times. Also, I recognize is one of my biggest teachers for how to raise my level of humanity and compassion. He and I had a little situation come up yesterday, and I have to admit, I started to get all the feelings in my body of extreme stress. You know, that pit in my stomach, that shallow breathing, and just general, like, sort of shaking feeling that you get when you feel stress and you feel like, oh my God, something's not right. And the way I feel, because I've been there so many times, and this is exactly what I've been working on, is my mindfulness around it. What am I feeling right now? What is my body feeling? So I was really able to be present with those physical feelings of, rage, and then, sorry, so the physical feelings, the tightening of my stomach, the nerves running through my body, the raising of my temperature, the shallow breathing, the tension of my muscles. So that was my first step, is I was like being mindful. Okay, here's what I'm feeling. These are the physiological responses I'm having. Then I wanted to really be mindful of what emotions were behind those physical feelings. What emotions were triggering my body to react. And those emotions for me, are going back to memories of having been here before, not only with my son, but with his father. Used to make me trigger these feelings. He did not make me feel it. I felt these feelings. I totally own that. But the memory. So I was like, okay, I'm feeling imprisoned. I'm feeling trapped. There's no way out. Because he's my son. I'm always going to have these situations come up. However, it will be my job as the adult, the mother, the maternal figure, the only adult he knows, has a relationship with, to navigate us through this challenging time with grace and skill, which I guarantee you I used to not be able to access. I did not have that ability because I did not know how to take care of myself first. So I had that feeling of trapped and imprisonment. And then I had deep fear because I was at work. We were on the phone. I was at work, and I have this fear of like, oh my God, I'm going to come home and he will have broken something or taken something or destroyed something of mine to show me, you know, that I should have done what he wanted, right? So there was fear. And this fear was based on past experience. So that is how our lives sort of used to be. Like I would come, you know, if I drew a line in the sand, there would be a price to pay in the past because I did not know, we didn't have any other skills. So, so I had the prison trapped feeling, the fear feeling, and the just anxiety that, oh no, I've lost control. I've lost control of a situation, like where I thought, oh my God, we've had so much success. And sorry, the sun is being hidden by the clouds and now the lighting is all different. We've had so much success in the past. And I started to think all of that work is lost. All that success we've experienced is null and void now. So then I'm starting to make it mean something about me. And how can I coach people? How can I be a role model to people if it's not working? You know what I mean? So there's trapped fear, anxiety, and then dread, just dread. I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home if it's not a peaceful place. So what did I do? First of all, I got clear on I'm okay. Everything's okay. We are all safe. No matter what, we are all safe. I am still me. I'm still whole. I'm still safe. I know he is safe. So, you know, that first level of triage, nobody is in danger. And so that led me to like, okay, I can drop the anxiety a little bit. Went and got some water. I'm still sitting at my desk at work. And I'm like, okay, there's no emergency right now. There's nothing really super pressing at work for me to deal with, so I can just take care of me. And then I started to breathe, and I'm like, okay, let's deep breathe. Let's get the resources. Remember what this meditation practice has done for me mostly is it's given me the buffer time between trigger and response, right? So if I have that time and that space, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to fire off a text saying, now you're in trouble. You've really done it. This is what's going to happen. Do you see that anger in my face? I don't have to be that mom anymore because I'm not that mom anymore. I am the mom who will lead us through these challenging times. With the grace that we deserve. Sorry, but this is really so powerful. And if you've been there with your kids, I know you know how hard it can be. So I was really angry, but I didn't have to express that to him. I didn't have to be that angry mom to him because he needs me to be the strong mom in charge. So I took care of myself. I did some deep breathing, and I was okay with being angry. Hi, Mom. I see that you're on here. My mom and dad, they know I was angry because I was talking to them, and I was like, God, I'm so angry. I'm so angry. But it doesn't mean that I had to stop life. So I breathed, and I didn't go home until I knew that I was not going to react and say something that I would regret. And then as luck would have it, a couple of my friends were going out, and I thought that's exactly what I need, is to get out around my friends, not even to talk about it, but to forget, and to forget about that this is happening, and to get to that great place where I know I can be with my friends and not even talk about that stuff, and just get myself nourished, because I knew I was hungry and I needed to eat some healthy food. So that's what I did, and that's what all of my self-care, and doing all of this inner work and the journaling and getting to know myself and meditating and getting enough sleep and taking care of my eating right and exercising, all of that prepares me to be the best mom I can be for my family. So there did not have to be any rage and any meltdown and any tantrums by anybody. So that's what I wanted to talk about with you today. This stuff that we're going through as moms of kids on the spectrum is continually, will always present challenges and opportunities and invitations for us to rise up and to be the best moms that we can be. Because before I had all of these tools and all of these strategies and had done all of this work to love myself and to know that no matter what, this life is a gift, and my son and my other son and all of my experiences are gifts to me. And I am transmuting my gifts to share with the world, because I know how many other moms live with so much guilt and shame, and they don't know, how do I parent this child? Am I being too easy on him? Am I being too hard on him? Where, there's so much judgment out there. And to know that I don't have to give in to the judgment. I don't have to parent like anyone else tells me to parent. Because when I am connected to my heart and when I am in alignment with me, I know that I'm going to parent him the way that he needs. Because only we know what is best for us. And when we tune out the outside noise and the shoulds, we stop shoulding on ourselves and we look at all the different opinions and things like that, we can just pick out the ones that work for us. And when you're in alignment with yourself, when you are in tune through your self-care practices, and you love yourself enough to have the confidence to know that you know what's right for you and your family, that is when everything changes. That's when the challenges can come up, but you can navigate through them skillfully. And it's not always going to look pretty, and it's not always going to feel right, but you will always know that you're doing it the best that you can, and you're not going to beat yourself up if you make a mistake. You're going to say, you know what, that happened, and that's okay, that's life. I want to do it differently this time. I want to do it in a way that fits in alignment with my heart. Because I can see on all of I love to read, and contribute when I can, when I feel like I have something of value to say, to the Asperger Parents Facebook group, or to the support group that the Asperger experts facilitate. But there's so many people who say, this is what's happening for us. And there's a lot of people throwing advice and a lot of people throwing support, and some people even throwing judgment, but you gotta filter it out. You got to say, what is true for me? And I believe that you can't know what's true for you until you've connected with you and whoever your higher source, your higher power is, whether it's God, the universe, your spirits, your own inner guidance. It doesn't matter. It has to be true for you, right? So I wanted to share that with you because I want people out there to understand that no matter what, we're still going to be presented with challenges. And the more you get in touch with yourself, the more you love yourself, trust yourself, give to yourself, the more you know you will be the best mom you can be to your children. So now I'm going to read Cynthia's comment because, let's see, the psychological awareness helps me to start understanding why I feel what I do, right? The sensations I feel when I'm anxious are the same as when I'm excited. Only the memory trigger is different, right? Yeah, you're just associating a different thought to it, right? And it can be a fearful, anxious thought. or a limiting belief thought about your worthiness or whatever fear is going to happen. And what is so beautiful about that awareness and being mindful of what's going on is you doing it, you know that you're going to teach your children that. And I like to talk it through out loud. I say to myself, okay, what's happening right now? What's happening? I'm feeling scared, or I'm feeling angry. And if I can start to do that and model that, then my kids can see it and they can see what's happening for themselves. And they can attach, oh, wow, when mom's talking it through, we don't have a big meltdown, a family meltdown. I'm going to try and do that. So I have modeled when they were younger and when I was a scattered, low self-worth, fearful mom, I modeled a lot of ineffective strategies, and we had a lot of family meltdowns. And it was, I'm traumatized. I know my kids are traumatized from those experiences. And so all I can do is heal from here. That's all I can do. And that's what I am doing. And I want other moms to know that they can do it too. They can start to take care of themselves first, and whatever they do for themselves, they are modeling for their children. So, any more questions? Or does anybody have any comments? I really feel like I had to share that because that's my real life. And I know I get on here a lot and I talk about, positive mindset and doing all of this stuff and these strategies and this is working and blah, blah, blah. But I also want to share the real life in the moment stuff that's happening and how I am able to work through it. Or how I'm not. Sometimes maybe I won't work through it. Maybe I will have another meltdown in the family. I'm sure that's going to happen because we're growing. We're always moving forward. But now what's different is I can sense my levels of stress raising through totally other outside circumstances. And I can preempt my meltdowns. I can preempt by saying, whoa, why am I feeling so stressed out? Or somebody just said something and my response was a little less zen than I would like it to be. So I can notice beforehand, before my stress levels get to that point where I'm going to have a trigger from my kid. So that's another thing that I do to take care of myself is I'm really aware of how I'm responding to everyday situations and saying, what do I need? Do I need more sleep? Do I need more exercise? Do I need better food? Do I need to meditate twice a day? So this work is life-changing for us moms. So thank you so much for staying on here and watching. And if you're watching on the replay, thank you. I hope you found some value here. And share your comments below if you have any questions or you want to add something, feel free. I love the engagement and I love having the energy around this group. So thank you so much. Cynthia, thank you very much. I appreciate your comments and your active engagement with my videos. All right, talk to you later. I'm gonna go and I have a kind of a busy day of like fun things and work things involved. So I wish you the very best weekend and see you later. Bye-bye.